Jesus, seeing the crowds, went up the mountain. When he sat down, his disciples came to him, and he began to speak and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Matthew 5 verses 1 to 12. When you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be in secret, and your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you. When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Matthew 6 verses 3 to 6. The true prayer of the Our Father. In our prayers, do not use vain repetitions, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. Therefore, pray in this manner: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Matthew 6 verses 9 to 13. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Matthew 6 verses 33 to 34. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Matthew 7 verses 1 to 2. The efficacy of prayer: ask, and it will be given to you; seek, and you will find; knock, and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask Him? Matthew 7 verses 7 to 11. The golden rule Jesus taught us: so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets. Matthew 7 verse 12. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Matthew 7 verses 13 to 14. The biblical passage: ask, and it will be given to you; seek, and you will find; knock, and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened, is found in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 7 and 8. This excerpt is a significant part of the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus Christ conveys fundamental teachings about life, faith, and moral conduct. The Sermon on the Mount is one of the most extensive and important collections of Jesus' teachings, spanning Matthew chapters 5 to 7. In this sermon, Jesus provides guidance on a variety of topics, from happiness and Beatitudes to issues of justice, prayer, and ethical behavior. The specific passage: ask, and it will be given to you; seek, and you will find; knock, and it will be open to you, suggests a principle of action and reaction in the relationship between humans and God. This teaching emphasizes the importance of prayer, persistence, and trust in God. It encourages believers to be proactive in their spiritual pursuits and material needs, assuring them that God responds to the prayers of those who approach Him with faith. Ask, and it will be given to you. This first command highlights the importance of asking. Asking God is an act of humility and recognition that we need Him. In the Christian context, asking should not be understood only as a request for material goods, but also for guidance, spiritual strength, and wisdom. By asking, believers demonstrate their faith in divine providence and God's benevolence. Seek, and you will find. Seeking implies continuous and diligent action. It is not just a passive request but an active effort to find truth, wisdom, and divine purpose. Seeking involves study, meditation, and a life dedicated to a deeper understanding of God's teachings. Jesus is encouraging persistent and committed seeking, promising that those who genuinely seek will find the answers they need. Knock, and it will be open to you. Knocking at the door symbolizes insistence and perseverance. It suggests that even when the answer is not immediate, we should keep trying. This action represents constant trust and unwavering faith that, in due time, God will open the right doors. It is an invitation to persistence and patience on the spiritual journey. The practical application of this teaching can be observed in various ways in the daily lives of Christians. First, prayer should be a regular practice where believers ask for guidance, forgiveness, wisdom, and divine help. Second, seeking can involve reading the Scriptures, participating in Bible studies, and other forms of deepening knowledge and faith. Finally, knocking means not giving up, even when challenges seem insurmountable. It is maintaining faith and hope, trusting that God will provide solutions at the right time. Theologically, this passage also addresses the nature of God as a loving and providing Father. Jesus uses the metaphor of an earthly father who would not deny good things to his children to illustrate how God, being perfect, is even more willing to grant blessings to those who ask Him. This reinforces the view of a personal God, attentive to the needs and requests of His followers. Furthermore, this passage teaches about reciprocity in the relationship with God. God promises to respond, but there is an expectation of action on the part of the Christian, asking, seeking, knocking. This highlights the importance of free will and individual responsibility in spiritual life. The passage, ask, and it will be given to you, seek, and you will find, knock, and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened, is an invitation to persistent prayer, diligent seeking, and persevering faith. It is a message of hope and encouragement, assuring Christians that God hears and responds to their pleas. By applying these principles in their lives, Christians are called to deepen their faith and trust in divine providence, confident that their needs will be met according to their actions.